Hey, let's go ahead and get started with the messages from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. And 3 have already popped out. Let's go ahead and look at what we've got going on here. Bottom of the deck, we have clean it up, okay? This card is the world card in the original Rider-Waite Tarot. So it's almost like it's time for us to end some cycles that have been going on for quite some time in our life and kind of clean up the cobwebs. It's saying that it's time, tick tock. I think that timing is everything right now. And it's funny because I just put out an Instagram reel that was captioned, "Time is a friend to no one." So the fact that this was the first card that flew out as I was shuffling kind of goes along with what I said in that reel. So check me out over on Instagram under the Footsteps to Peace. Okay, you guys? So if you want to hear that reel. Now, with that said, I do feel like for a lot of you, it's like, I'm getting this. You've been waiting for something for a very long time. It's like you've known that it's coming towards you, but it's like, when is that going to happen? And again, I feel like that is the time is a friend to no one, right? Because for some of you, you've been waiting years. Especially because the world card is Saturn, and Saturn can take years, to go through each sign. So with that said, this could be connected to the Saturn, wherever Saturn is activated in your chart. And I do feel that now you're bringing whatever it is into the fold, okay? But there are still things that are they're in the works, all right? They're in the works right now. They're coming. You can feel it. You can taste it. Whether that's a job, whether that's a home, whether that's a vacation for some of you, whether that's, the love of your life coming in. It's going to be in that, okay? Any one of those arenas, and for some of you, all of them, okay? Now, whatever that is, you are starting to bring it into the fold right now. And I think that at this point in time, it's so close, yet it feels so far away. But you're seeing the synchronicities, you're seeing the signs, you're making the plans. It's like it's more than just a dream. It's coming into your reality. And, for some of you, maybe you got that job interview, maybe people are starting to call back on your resume. All of those things can come to the forefront. Maybe you're talking to a realtor right now about purchasing a home. Maybe you're doing your research and, looking at where you'd like to go. I know people are popping off right now. We're all being dispersed and we're going into new arenas. And so it's like at one time you were an observer, and now I do think you're going to start seeing things coming into action because we have it right here in your community, okay? So for some of you, it's like you're creating new communities, you're creating new families, you're creating new networking opportunities for yourself. And for some of you, maybe you're being seen by certain people, you're being seen by higher ups right now, maybe for a promotion as well. Or, a company has been doing their research on you and is thinking about bringing you into the fold and making you an offer. So I feel like there's a lot going on here. But again, there's certain things that you need to clear up and clear out. So if you're going to be moving, it's time to have that yard sale. That way you're letting the universe know, like, hey, I'm in alignment with what I have been manifesting this entire time. This is my intention. So if you have that intention, hold that intention, but also go out and do the work that is necessary in order to make that be very smooth, so that at the end, when it finally does come through, you're not scrambling to make shit happen and, oh God, I got to do this and this and this and this. It can just be a very smooth transition out. Same thing for a job, start detaching a little bit, putting out your resume, making your amends for where you are and learning the last bit of what you need to learn, so that when you go into this new position, you have more tools for your tool belt. Okay. So same in a relationship. Maybe for some of you, you need to clear out the residual energy when it comes to certain relationships, not just romantic. That's where everybody's, mind goes. And it's like, no, we have relationships with the lady at the grocery store. We have relationships with our friends and our coworkers. All of those are relationships, right? Even with the shoe shine boy, so it's like, clearing out any residual energy so that when you do come into these new communities, you're not bringing your old trauma and pain and bullshit in with, what we're trying to provide for you. The universe is trying to provide, happy, healthy, loving bonds and people who are lifting you up. And in order for you to do that, you need to let go of all this other shit and residual energy and how other people treated you or how you reacted or responded to these other people. The new people coming into your life are nothing like your old people. Okay, so it's very important that we do the healing necessary because the new people aren't going to put up with how you treated the old people. So, they'll vibrate out of your life if you're still being, hunkered down into that old area. You got to work on the evolution process, which means we need to heal. And please schedule a reading. I would love to help call you out on all your triggers and get you guys moving so that you can start seeing things from a different perspective and start putting in the works of what you need. I'm right here. I'm in your community at this very moment. These free readings, we can only do so much, but a personal reading is tailored to your life. So again, maybe you've been observing and maybe it's time for you to realize like, hey, I'm a part of your community. Let me help you. When you are willing to invest in yourself and you are done, doing the old thing, the time is up. Time is up and it's time to clean it up and clear it out so that you are in this open space where you can start attracting better relationships, better work environments, better clients if you're self-employed, and just better all around, a nicer neighborhood where not everybody's fighting in a bunch of drama, right? So it's really just a matter of cleaning up the way that you've been looking at your life and get ready, because I feel like this new moon, and maybe it's the new moon in Cancer that we just had, or a new moon that is coming up that is also triggering this, and it's helping you also clear cycles. So we do have that full moon in Capricorn coming up. It's the second of two full moons in Capricorn, which is what we like to call a blue moon. So therefore, I feel like you're going to be wrapping up certain areas because we did talk about Saturn earlier. I did pick up on that vibe, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, okay? So it's about rules, laws, restriction, and responsibility. We only get restricted if we're not learning all there is to learn, okay? And so this can have a lot to do with your work and career, your reputation in the world, also a lot to do with government as well, because it does rule the government. No, we do not get to skip that in astrology or spirituality. It all has a place, and you don't get to skip over one house just because you don't like it, okay? So very important that we realize, because whatever is going on out there is going on in your community, and then it's going to be going on in your personal life. And what the universe likes to do is give us a bird's eye view. So if things start, shit starts hitting the fan out there in the world, okay, because we did talk about the world card here. If things are going to shit out there, it's like you get to be an observer, and then you'll see it come into your community, and you're like, okay, brace for impact. It's going to be coming into my personal life, and something's going to get rocked. So do keep those things in mind, because they all serve a place when we are, walking through life. So it is saying, the time that you have spent and the time that has gone by, it was really asking you to take some time to breathe. If things weren't formulating the way that you wanted them to at that moment, what did you need to learn? Patience. You needed to learn how to take a step back and realize that, again, time is a friend to no one, and you can't push through time. Okay? The stars have to align and things have to become more clearer so that you're not making mistakes. And that's all the universe is trying to do, is get you to not make those mistakes. That's what Saturn is all about. He's about rules, laws, restriction, and responsibility. He's going to make you take one step forward, 3 steps back. 4 steps forward, 19 steps back sometimes, and you're just like, you feel like you're just getting beat all around. But whatever Saturn gives you, no one and nothing can take it away, because it's your karma. It's your gift for all the hard work that you put in when Saturn is transiting a certain area of your life. So what else do we got here? Yeah, work through your fears, okay? Observe, don't absorb, okay? That's what this is talking about. Observe, don't absorb. Even the shit that's going on in the world, observe it. Take a detached approach to it. You can't do anything about it. It goes back to that saying, right? Is there a problem? Yeah. Can you do something about it? No. Then don't worry about it. Is there a problem? Yeah. Can you do something about it? Yeah. Then don't worry about it. Again, work through those fears, because listen, just take a step back, take time to breathe, and just analyze the situation for what it is. And don't try to, put your own negative spin on what you think might be happening. Listen, no one knows right now. And the only thing that you can do is be here for yourself, okay? There is going to be a cleanup process when it comes to all the shit that's going on in the world. I see that, little duster there, and things are going to get dusted off, and you're going to be able to see things a lot more clearer. Also, I'm being told to tell you it's time for you to start networking with people in your community. You're going to start meeting like-minded people. And you guys, remember what I was talking about earlier? Once in a blue moon. What do we got here? We have believe in the impossible blue moon. There it is. And it is showing up. And we talked about that second full moon in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is also the father. So there could be like this father archetype. Everybody's talking about their father, thinking about their relationship with their father, okay? Unfortunately, for some of you, the father could be passing away around this time. My condolences to you, but just know it's just part of the evolution process, and they're not sad about it. So if you want, schedule a reading. I have a session called Don't Die With Your Dead. And if you need help with that, I would love to be able to walk you through the grief process and help you get the signs that you are, needing, and to teach you guys how to get those signs so that you can make the most of their transition. You guys, bottom of the deck, I am loving this. It is step out of your comfort zone. North Node, we do have the North Node in Aries. Aries is all about that warrior spirit. So, it is saying believe in the impossible. I feel like there are so many doors opening up for you right now. And I feel like it can be a little scary, but embrace it. Just do it with open arms and an open heart. And if you are willing to do that, yes, fear is going to stand in the way. Your ego is going to get invited into the fray, but please ask them to exit the door. They don't have a place here right now. And if it's scary, it's worth it, okay? If it's scary, it's worth it. Believe in the impossible. Another thing about Scorpio is you have to let something die for something new to come in. So that's why I'm telling you it's very important, and for something new to come in that you didn't even know what it was going to be. A lot of the time we want to go, okay, Spirit, like, I'll let this die only if you show me what I get first. And the Spirit's like, no, you don't get to do that. Just watch what I'm capable of. I know what you want, but I also know what you need. So trust me. Be willing to take that step out of your comfort zone, and the universe will open up doors you could have never even imagined. And maybe you need to ask for more. Maybe that's your problem, is you're just asking for surface level shit, and Spirit is telling you to open yourself up and ask for something that you thought you could never, ever be able to manifest. And Spirit's like, but you can, apply for that job that has all these, ridiculous, like, you have to do this and you have to have this. Apply for it anyway, because if it's meant for you, none of that other illusionary bullshit is going to stop you. I tell my clients all the time, if you're supposed to get the job, you could put on your resume all this crap that nobody's really going to read, but as long as you put your name on there, your email address, and your phone number, that's all they're looking at. And if they feel the vibe of you're supposed to be there and it's meant for you, none of that other stuff that you doctor up is really gonna matter. Same thing on a If you're supposed to get a vehicle, well, guess what? You're going to get the vehicle even if you can't show proof of income. There's always a freaking loophole if it's something that you're meant to have that's going to help you along your journey. So, again, we can manifest miracles, and Spirit says, believe in the impossible, and so it shall be. As long as you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, it's like do something you're uncomfortable with, do something you're comfortable with. Do something you're uncomfortable with, do something you're comfortable with. And then by the time you do that again, you have already exceeded your comfort zone. I'm going to leave that here, you guys, a very powerful message. I'm telling you right now, you can manifest miracles if you're willing to go on this journey. And if you are, I'm telling you, there are a lot of amazing doors that are going to be opening up for you. So be willing to take that leap of faith. I love you guys all so very much. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If this reading resonates, please give it a thumbs up. It costs you absolutely nothing. But to that, thank you to everyone who has donated to my channel. I love each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm so blessed to have all of you here. And again, share this video if there's somebody out there that you know could benefit from it. Again, it costs you nothing. You guys, I love you all so very much. Check me out over on Facebook and Instagram under the Footsteps to Peace and Peace Unhinged Tarot. Take care, and we will chat with you again soon.